In this video, Sumates, I'll be showing you how to attach a tail to your mermaid skirt. So this is the project that we are going to embark on. So let's get started. So guys, this is the fabric that we are going to be working with. I have my measurement here. My waist is 36 inches, my hips is 44 inches, and my full length is 45 inches. Now I'm inserting my measurement. I marked my hip measurement at 11 inches. Now take note that I have my front and my back fabric unfold here. Okay, just notice that. Now I went ahead to mark my new measurement. Now if you're marking your new measurement, you have to come up with some inches. Now my actual new measurement is 26 inches, but as you guys can see, I marked my new measurement at 21 inches. That is to say I came up with 5 inches. Okay, so the amount of measurements you came up with depends on you. If you want your own to start, that's your tail, to start directly under your buttocks, you have to take your measurement from there to the floor, right? That's the full length of your skirt or gown, whatever it is that you are making. Okay, so now I'm going to insert my waist measurement. So now dividing 36 inches by 4, that will give us 9 inches, and I'm going to insert 1 inch for that. That's why I marked 10 now, and I'm going to be inserting my allowance. That is 1.5 inches allowance. Now on my waist, I'm going to mark 11 inches as my hip measurement. Sorry, this is my hip as my hip measurement, and because our dart is not going to come down to the hip line, so I'm just going to insert my allowance of 1.5 inches. Now on my nail line, I'm going to minus 2 inches from what I have for my hip measurement, and I'm going to mark it on my nail line. So after marking, I'm going to still insert my 1.5 inches allowance. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to connect these markings that we've made from my waistline to my hip line, and from my hip line all the way to my nail line. So you go ahead and do that. After marking, just try to blend up any sharp edge, okay, because you're not going to be sewing your skirt or your gown sharp. Okay, blend it up so that it will have a normal fitting. So that is what you can see me doing, and I'm just marking out my lines just to be sure that you guys can see it very well. So now we are done with the upper part of the fabric, and I'm going to drag this up so that we'll work on the lower part of our fabric. So here I have my new measurement at 21 inches, and I'm going to hold my tape down and extend the tape all the way to my full length. That's 45 inches like I told you guys in the beginning. So I'm marking out 45 inches. I'm sorry that you guys cannot see this, but I'm still going to show you guys anyways. So now after marking, I'm going to connect, okay, from my knee line to my hemming line. So this is the connection that I'm doing already. I have to use my tape because I don't have my long ruler right now. So you go ahead and connect. Remember to blend up around the nail line also, okay? Don't leave any sharp edge, always blend, okay? All right, so now I'm going to shift this for you guys to see the down part of our marking. Can you see that? Okay, so I added 1.5 inch for hemming allowance. So the next thing you're going to be doing now, at the side of your skirt, just look at where I'm pointing. Okay, the side of your skirt, that place, you are going to come up by 1.5, 2 inches, 3 inches, it depends on you, and you blend it down back to your actual measurement. This will prevent that side from poking out. Okay, so just do it this way and you are free to cut out. So guys, here on the table, this is the full view of what we just cut out. Okay, can you see our mermaid skirt? All right, now I'm going to take out my front bodies. All right, I'm going to take it out and we're going to work on our back bodies. Now on the back bodies, I'm going to locate my new line. Okay, that is what I just marked, and I'm going to rule it out just so we'll be clear. That's my new line, and I'm also going to locate my hip line at 11 inches there, and I'm going to mark it out. Okay, so I'm trying to modify the hip area so that it will fit and sit right on you, on me. So if you do this, your fabric is going to sit right on you. So can you see the way I'm connecting my lines? Just connect yours the same way, and while you are cutting out, you are going to cut it out this way. All right, now at the lower part of your back bodies, okay, that's the hemming area, you are going to mark in 7 inches. Just see where I took my 7 inches from. You're going to mark 7 inches. 7 inches is not standard. You can do 6 inches, you can do 8 inches, it depends on you. So I'm going to connect it straight to my nail line. Okay, after connecting, I'm going to cut it out. To save fabric, you can do this on pattern paper and place it on your fabric before you cut out, but I'm still going to use this fabric anyways. So now you can go ahead and cut out your zip area. Do this and you'll get a better fit around your hip area. Your hip is going to sit very well. Okay, and this is the look of the back bodies we just cut out. So you have to sew in your zip that way that I'm showing you when you are about to attach your zip. Okay, so guys, now I'm going to take my measurement from that nail line down to my hemming line. The amount of measurement I got, that is what I'll be using to cut out the tail for our mermaid skirt. Okay, so after cutting mine out, I got 26 inches, and I'll be using that to cut out my tail. So I'm using a velvet for the tail. Now if you're working with velvet, you are going to iron cloth gum onto the velvet, at least around those area that you know your needle will be passing. Okay, you're going to attach a cloth gum so that it will help you cut it out and also sew. Can you see my cloth gum? I attached it around the place I'll be sewing up. So now I have my velvet on the table, and I'm going to measure out my 26 inches. Okay, so I'll mark it out, and I'm going to add 1 inch also to this. This is just for safety. All right, for safety, so that instead of you to short fabric, it is better to have excess after you trim it off. So at this other side of the fabric, you are going to mark out the amount of fabric you want to flow, you know, the ones that are going to be on the floor. Okay, so initially I marked 10 inches extra. That's 26 plus 10, 36, right? But later on, why I'm not marking at that point you are seeing is because I minus 3 inches from it, and I eventually use 7 inches. All right. Now guys, at the hemming part of your tail here, you can just be creative. You can style this whichever way you want. You can style it this way, as you can see me drawing out, or you style it the initial way I did. It totally depends on you. You just have to be creative with your styles. Okay, so I'll just go with my first mark out. Yes. So here is the tail, and let's forge ahead. All right, I've gone ahead to sew my back bodies. Okay, the zip area, I've sewn it up. Okay, I'll not be attaching the zip now because this skirt has a top. It's going to be a gown, but you can actually sew this as a skirt if you want to. So now guys, this is how you are going to be attaching your tail to your skirt, to your mermaid skirt. Okay, so you are going to attach using 1/2 inch. So you are going to place it this way, right side facing each other, and you attach all the way. So here I'm still illustrating you attaching the tail to your mermaid skirt the other way around. Okay, there's no big deal to it. Can you see? All right. So guys, I'm done attaching the tail to the mermaid skirt, and I've also ironed it out. If you've watched so far, I thank you for coming so far with me. Okay, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for detailed videos, click on notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified each time I upload a video. Okay, all right. So now can you see the excess here? Like I told you, the 1 inch excess, so I'm just going to cut it out. You better have excess than have shortage. Okay, take note of that. So now guys, the next thing you're going to be doing is to marking out your dart. Okay, so my nipple to nipple measurement is 8. When you divide that by 2, you get 4, but I'm marking in 4.5. Okay, because I'm marking directly on my fabric. This is not pattern, so I marked 4.5 because you're going to use half inch to sew it up, if you know what I mean. So I went down by 6.5 inches for my back darts. Okay, but later on I corrected that because I noticed that the 6.5 inches was low, so I had to correct it by marking out 4.5 inches, and that was what I used. Okay, so you're going to fold it this way and you notch. Okay, you're going to do the same to the front fabric, and that. So now go ahead to place your front fabric onto your back fabric and sew up with your 1.5 inches allowance that you added initially. Okay, all right. So mates, this is the outcome of our tutorial, a mermaid skirt with a tail. Okay, I'm still going to attach my zip. Remember I told you guys I'm going to attach my upper part to the lower part. And if you find this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up so that more people will get to see it. Subscribe to this channel and do not forget to click the notification bell. Bye.